Hey Cancer, welcome to my channel. My name is Maya. I'm here to do your 11/11 gateway reading and as well as your full moon in Taurus reading. I started these readings with only 11/11 gateway, but now that we have the full moon in Taurus today on the 12th, it feels extremely connected. So I thought I'd, link the two together in this reading. So as you know, we've had a series, we have them every year. We have a series of portals, gateways, stargates, the 10-10, the 11-11 that peaked yesterday, and the 12-12 coming in December, leading to the winter solstice, the 21st of December, and all the way to 2020, which feels like a very, very powerful year. And we're in Mercury retrograde and Scorpio season. It's Scorpio is a fellow water sign. It's an extremely intense period. It seems all connected. The three portals seem absolutely connected, extremely powerful. They are sacred cosmic stargates. They are an opportunity to open up to higher consciousness. If you walk through them with intent and awareness, they can completely expand your consciousness and bring balance to your divine feminine and divine masculine, your yin-yang sacred union. They bring deep knowledge, deep divine knowledge and intuition. They're extremely powerful. So let's go ahead and do this. I was meditating on your energy just right before turning on the camera, and I got this song by Jimmy Cliff, I think it is. I'm a terrible singer, so I'm just gonna give you two lines. It's I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. So that's the song. And I was seeing this Rasta man, beautiful Rasta guy, sitting in his shack and, on the beach, this really, really beautiful setting. And he was creating necklaces out of shells, seashells. And so for me, it seems like this is going to be a very creative time for you. You have the Six of Wands. Very creative time for you. That is really your creative juices are just flowing, and you're getting into a very, very nice place. And you have the Fool. Wow. A very beautiful place within your creation, feeling very independent, very, very relaxed. Extremely relaxed and sunny sort of energy, okay, and it's also you're using your resources to the best of. They are flying all over the place. You have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So let me just get you two more cards for you. Sorry if the light is not that great, but the sun is setting here. You have the Ace of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Swords in reverse. And you have the Sun. Bottom of the deck, you have Strength in reverse. Alright, I'm just going to clarify with a different deck. Bear with me, please. It's a difficult deck to shuffle because it's bigger than my hand. Alright. Whoops. Alright, I'll take these. No way! You have the Six of Wands, clarifying the Six of Wands. Wow. You have the Magician with the Fool. You have the High Priestess with the Eight of Wands. And you have the Two of Swords with the Ace of Swords in reverse. And you have Strength again, but this time upright with the Sun. Bottom of the deck you have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, wow, Cancer. I just want to clarify the Two of Swords here, as well as the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse. So yeah, with the Eight of Wands in reverse, you have the Emperor in reverse. Again, one more, yeah, and the King of Wands, right. With clarifying the Two of Michael, please. The Two of Swords. You have the Five of Wands, another one. The Ace of Wands, great. Okay, so let's start. So the first row here is your recent past, which is quite amazing. The second row are the energies being completed by the full moon, because you know the full moon is an energy of completion. The third row are the energies brought in for you by the 1111 gateway. Fourth row is the possible outcome, and last row is the message or advice from spirit. Okay, so let's start. So look at that, Cancer. You have two Six of Wands together in your recent past. So your recent past looks like it was absolutely amazing, because you know the Six of Wands is a card of victory. It's one of the two cards of victory, you know, with the Chariot in the whole deck. It's a card of recognition. It's the card of, you know, this guy is coming back from battle and he's being recognized as a hero. He has the laurels here indicating victory. All these people are around him cheering him because he's won the battle, he's won the war basically. And here it's a, you know, a slightly similar representation here, sorry. With divine guidance being with you, with the Archangel Gabriel here. It says, congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, awards, scholarships, or promotions. Yeah. So you've been recognized in the recent past. You're coming from a battle, from a war, a hard-won battle, basically. It's you know, it always a victory always indicates that there was a fight before, or you know, it could be, you know, conflicts within yourself or on the outside, in your external circumstances. Anyway, it would have been long, it would have been hard fought, it would have been hard. You know, it could have been inner processing, dark night of the soul type energies, like you know, deep healing, core wounds being having to be faced and released and transmuted, or you know, people around you being difficult, or just difficult circumstances in general in your life. It could have been at work or whatever area in your life, you know, relationships, work. However, you're coming out completely victorious. You're coming out your head held high. You are being recognized by others as well, as having done a wonderful job, like this card says. Okay, the completion that is happening for you with the full moon in Taurus, it's quite amazing as well, because you have the 0 card of the deck and the 1 card of the deck. You know, the Fool and the Magician talk about manifestation and new beginnings. It's, you know, after this hard-won battle, whatever it was for you, after this victory, here you are completely, you know, ready for a new cycle, a new beginning. So the completion that is brought in for you by the full moon in Taurus is a new beginning. It's a new cycle. It's a sunny, vibrant, joyful, free new cycle. You're completely setting yourself free from whatever blocks or whatever, anything that was holding you back. You are done with a cycle. You are done with anything that was basically an obstacle for you to be light, to feel as free and liberated and joyful and enthusiastic as the Fool. The Fool always has this white dog or some kind of dog with him. That you see here, for me, it's spirit. It's you knowing that the universe has your back, that the universe is completely loyal to you. You feel the love from the universe. You feel that you can let all the baggage behind and go on this new journey completely free, feeling absolutely free. And I'm seeing 1111 on my camera as I'm saying this. So beautiful synchronicity here for you with the Magician. And the Magician, of course, is the card of manifestation. It's the beginning. We see that it's a new beginning here with the Force. So the Magician, it's these first steps of manifestation. But you feel like you can take on anything. You feel like you have all your resources. The traditional representation of the Magician is this guy who has an arm lifted to the sky, pointing to the sky, and another pointing to the ground. So it's as above, so below. You have all the resources that you need for this manifestation. Whether it wants passion and stamina, swords, clarity, and intellectual clarity, cups, emotional fulfillment, and discs or coins, which is material resources. So you have everything you need to be going on this new journey and doing this manifestation, and that's the completion for you. You've completed a cycle, and you're going on a brand new one that is so full of promise and abundance for you. It says you can manifest the life you want. What you will need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. Yes, it does feel extremely magical here for you. It feels magical in the sense that it feels like the universe is conspiring with you for this beautiful, successful new beginning. It can be in any and all areas of your life, and it seems like it's going to be quite swift, quite rapid, it's there for you. Okay. So the third row is the energies brought in for you by the 1111 gateway, and you have initially you had the Eight of Wands in reverse with the High Priestess. So the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Eight of Wands upright is this extremely powerful, rapid, fast, positive movement forward. When it's in reverse, it indicates that it's not time yet for things to actually take their flight, right? It's not ready yet. There's something that hasn't been completed enough for these ones to fly in the air and land on their target, right? And it's paired with the High Priestess, which is a card of intuition. It's a very Piscean card in the sense that the High Priestess is somebody who knows the mysteries of life. She has an impeccable intuition. She deals with all the mysteries, all the things that are under the surface. So it seems to me like in the 1111 gateway is telling you that there are things that are still not, even though you have this beautiful new beginning, that is coming for you with the full moon, there are still things that are being worked under the surface, right? All things have not been revealed to you, so it's not time yet to actually go on and throw these wands into the air. There's still something to be done here, okay? It's also telling you that it's going to happen. I mean, it's not because Eight of Wands is in reverse that it's not happening. You have like the Fool and the Magician, so it's happening. That's for sure. But maybe the 1111 gateway is telling you to just hold your horses for a while, listen to it, keep listening to your intuition, keep listening to your guidance, so that this last piece, you know, it seems like a last piece of puzzle needs to fall into place for you to be able to, you know, get this powerful movement forward. And once it's done, once you have this last piece, yeah, this is gonna be your, you know, a big go thing, go, you know. And it looked, you know, it was the Eight of Wands was clarified by the Emperor in reverse and the King of Wands. So the Emperor in reverse is not a nice energy at all. It's you know, in the upright he's loyal, reliable. He has a beautiful authority that guides people with. He's a solid, mature, fatherly energy. In reverse, he is controlling, he is rigid, he wants to control everything, he's a bit of a narcissist, he's insecure, he doesn't guide people, he wants to control outcomes, he's a bit of a tyrant basically, right, in the reverse. So it feels like, and then you have the opposite here with the King of Wands, who is somebody who is extremely self-confident, who is authentic, who he takes inspired, passionate action. He's a beautiful fellow here. I mean, he's a king also, but a really liberated, free, spirited, you know, inspired king. So it seems like there's some kind of controlling energy, right, that is keeping these wands from being upright, from taking their momentum, you know, from having enough momentum to actually fly into the air and land where they need to land. So there's some kind of controlling energy, whether it was coming from you, from blocks that you have internally. It can certainly be that, you being a tyrant with yourself, being too controlling with your life, with your inspiration, with your authenticity, self-sabotaging in a sense, blocking yourself from being this King of Wands, from taking inspired action. Or from listening to your inner guidance, you know, because this one can be insecure and fearful as well. So it seems like the 1111 gateway is bringing this up to the surface for it to be released, you know, because you have this beautiful completion that is happening. You have this beautiful victory in your recent past, and you have this beautiful completion of a new beginning of an old cycle, and the presence of a new beginning with the Fool and the Magician. So you have everything you need to take this leap of faith, right? This beautiful leap of faith into the unknown, like the Fool does. You know, when he takes the step off the cliff and he's completely guided, he feels completely safe to do that. It seems like somehow you weren't feeling safe to take this new beginning, although everything is there for you to do it, and you were sort of blocking yourself with these energies of the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Emperor in reverse, and you know, needing to take on the King of Wands energy, which is taking risk, being self-sufficient, independent, self-confident, believing in yourself, believing in your own authenticity, not being afraid to be who you are. Look at him, he's wearing all these weird garments, right? Which, you know, they're beautiful. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just he's eccentric. He likes who he is, and he takes risks with that, you know. He listens to his own divine guidance. So it seems like for you, 1111 is bringing up these energies, right, to be released, to be acknowledged and transmuted, right? Because things come up to the surface for it to see them clearly, to see what's happening, you know, and to be able to transmute them, right? You have Archangel Haniel here and Archangel Radziel here, who are angels of transmutation, and you know, you have the violet color. It's the violet flame of transmutation. So it's you, 1111, bringing this up for you to be able to access your beautiful creative self. And this is what I was seeing in the vision, you know. It's you getting to this point of relaxation with your own creation, with your own self, like this Rasta guy who's sitting in his shack, you know, creating necklaces, you know. And he has all the resources that he needs, like I was saying in the beginning. It's exactly like this magician. He knows, like, he has the magic, he has all the resources that he needs. He has all the seashells and all the strings that he needs to make his necklaces, and he's extremely self-sufficient and self-confident. So it seems that it's these kind of insecurities or core wounds or fears, however you want to see them and however they play out in your life, that are being brought up for you to be looked at and released, and for you to become this the King of Wands, which is, for me, this is the Rasta guy that I was seeing, you know, with you know, these people, you know, they are free, you know, they are liberated, they know they can do you know, anything, they can be anything they want, right? I guess I can see clearly now, the rain has gone, right? I can see all obstacles in my way. That's exactly it, right? So the King of Wands is here for you, you know, to tell you, hey, go for it, right? So the possible outcome that you have is the Ace of Swords in reverse with the Two of Swords. So again, it's the same energy, right? It's the Ace of Swords in upright is clarity, is breakthroughs, is victory, is seeing very clearly. It's the sword of truth and illumination, right? It's crowning. It crowns you with clarity. In the reverse, it's the opposite, right? It's not seeing clear. It's a stalemate, right? And it's the Two of Swords is exactly the same thing. It's a stalemate, right? It's the stalemate energy. In the Rider-Waite deck, it's this woman who's on her knees and she has two swords crossed in front of her chest, right? And she's blindfolded. So it is swords. So it's an extremely it's an intellectual energy. It has to do with your thoughts. It seems like you are, you know, because I was going to say here that this Emperor in reverse could be someone, but I really feel it's you, okay? It's, you have everything you need to be this beautiful, creative, relaxed, creative magician, and you are blocking yourself in some sense, right? You are you are blindfolded to the truth. You are not seeing clearly. So that's the possible outcome. But it's clarified, okay, with the Five of Wands and the Ace of Wands. A lot of wand in energy, a lot of fire. So the Five of Wands can be competition outside, you know, pettiness, external things that are, you know, are conflicting with you. But here again, I'm feeling it's your inner conflict here that is being depicted, right? With this feeling of being blocked, you know, being not seeing clearly, this feeling of being foggy, maybe procrastination, you know, any blocks that you have. It could be insecurities, it could be fears, it could be anxiety, it could be that you're coming out of a very difficult cycle that we've seen, and or even though you're victorious and you have this beautiful new beginning, you're still within this foggy energy. It's possible as well. So you have this conflicting, you know, this conflict coming, but you know, it's a 5, so it indicates, sorry, I can't talk today, it indicates change as well, and it's clarified the Ace of Wands. So you will get this clarity, you will get this this motivation that maybe you're lacking here. You will get this passion, you know. Ace of Wands is a beautiful new beginning as well. It has to do with your stamina, with your passion, with your power. You know, it's the one that this king is has in holds in his hand, you know. So it's that's it, you know. That's ultimately the energy you're going to you know, to land on, basically, right? But there is a little bit, you know, after the beautiful completion of the full moon in Taurus, you know, the energies of the 11 gateway are going to stay with us for a while, as well as the full moon. And so these things are coming up for you to be released and transmuted into the light. And it looks like you are going to do that after a little while of stalemate, fogginess, inner conflict. You will be able to get this clarity, this renewed passion to become your creative, beautiful, authentic self again. And this, I say this because it's reiterated here by this message from Spirit, which is the sun and strength. Again, extremely fiery energy, and it's also with the wheels, so things are turning around for you, okay? This sort of fog, indecision, insecurity, procrastination, all these blocks that have come up for you, they are going to be completely overcome. You're gonna break through them and get to your sun and strength. Here at the bottom of the other deck, you had strength in reverse. Here it is upright, meaning that you are going to get your strength back. You have the sun, which is one of the most positive card of the deck. It's a message from Spirit telling you, you are going to get there, okay? The wheel is turning for you. Whatever remains of or vestiges of fears, anxiety, that just are there to be healed, you know, are there to they're coming up to the surface to be finally healed and transmuted. You have this solid new beginning here with the Fool and the Magician and the Sun. I mean, come on, look what the wheel is a 10, so it's a completion as well. It says new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness, yeah. All right, and you have strength. It's an 11 card, 11. Strength and grace through kindness, self